But for
Yeah.
Giancarlo, I think I could maybe see him as a Doom.
He would be cool as a Doom, wouldn't he?
I think the only thing you run into is a black Latverian. I'm not saying they don't exist, but
it's
it's
it's probably a bit of a harder sell, yeah.
it's I think it's easier to rework Magneto as like a survivor of like civil rights incidents or other
Yeah.
atrocities in American history than it is to make a very, very European nation also include like African descended minorities. If he were like
Yeah.
Middle Eastern, I think you could swing that a little easier. Like the
I think that yeah, I think the case with Magneto is just because we're getting so far away from World War II now.
yeah,
Like we're
we
really
are
far away from World War II.
because
There's no way
yeah,
that could
so like
work reasonably now.
we're trying to. It's like what is the closest tragedy that the tragedy that makes him old enough for that realistically to fit for him
Yeah.
hating humans, and it's like civil right Montgomery bus boycott, which
Right, yeah.
which I mean the whole there's a comic book series called Black, which is like X-Men but only black people. So it's like, what if we lived in
Okay.
a world where only black people got superpowers? I'm like, boy, history would be fucked. Which is essentially, if you do that with Magneto, that's what that is. It's like you have a bunch of mutants. Like mutants in the middle of the civil rights era would be an incredible, like Marvel spin-off series. It would also be fucking triggering and absolutely nightmarish.
Yeah.
Cause
I
it's like, oh
can't.
yeah, Ronald Reagan built the Sentinels to like
If
burn
any
down.
president would have, it would have been him. Yeah.
Right, Ronald Reagan built Sentinels to like destroy and disrupt Black and Hispanic communities.
Holy fuck, that fits too well. That
I'm
fits really
look,
well.
if Marvel wants to take the idea, like just throw me some credit. But like, I'm just saying, man.
Holy fuck, that's actually not bad. That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
the question you would get is like, who would you want to do Professor X? I'm not saying he has to be a specific race, but if you're doing a Magneto set in the Civil Rights era, I feel like you would need an equivalent to kind of match that energy. I'm trying to think of like an older actor
Hmm.
who can still kind of you can see in that leadership type role.
Yeah. I guess to kind of like draw more comparisons to the traditional comparison between the two of Malcolm X and
Martin.
Dr. King. Yeah,
Yeah.
and sort of drawing that compare. Yeah, I'm not sure honestly.
Yeah,
Mr. X,
that'd be
Professor X, not Mr.
yeah,
X.
is a the irony
Mr.
of calling him Professor X.
Mr. X is a completely different one.
Uh, Jamie Foxx, Blair
Maybe.
Underwood, not Wesley
I could see
Snipes.
Jamie Fox. I could see Jamie Foxx being like one of the actual X-Men, in my opinion.
I can see him being a teacher.
Like I could
Chris
actually see
Rock is
Jamie Foxx.
Professor X.
You know what? We'll roll with it. See what he got.
Ooh,
We'll see what he can do.
uh, Dennis Haysbert might be a good one actually. The Allstate guy.
That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad, actually.
Yeah, or Keith David maybe. Oh, Jeffrey Wright actually. That would be perfect.
That would be pretty good.
If we get Jeffrey Wright and Esposito as Professor X and Magneto, I think that would, if you want to go the civil rights route, that would be perfect. He even has the bald head.
That is pretty good. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. You're on a roll
yeah.
right now. Reagan,
I,
Sentinels, Jeffrey Wright, Professor
yeah.
X.
Ronald Reagan Sentinels, inspired by the Sentinel program was underground by the FBI. It was initially made to work on the assassination of Dr. King. Like the shit lines up.
Dude, like Dude, like I'm just thinking about all the fucked imagery, like red, white, and blue sentinels just fucking murdering people in the streets. Like that's fucked, and that's totally something that Reagan would have signed off on.
Exactly. Like John F. Kennedy out here trying to passing the civil rights bill, but being pressured to make a mutant registration act, and
Yeah.
it
Oh
doesn't
my.
really come. So that's why we haven't heard the mutants in so long.
Why didn't they do like a Marvel noir based on this? Why did we get X Men
I don't know,
noir and
man.
it sucked? This is way
I'm a pitch
better.
it to somebody. I got an ideas right here on this show.
God, that's actually really good.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
can. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, on to we got about two more topics.